A demo on a stored cross-site script vulnerability and how it could be leveraged to grab session cookies, which can be used, of course, maliciously. So what we have here is this is a damn vulnerable web app. This is from OWASP. And this is, of course, the XSS stored. And what you see this kind of component here we're talking about is like guest book, blog message, comments on blog sites, things like that. And what we're looking at is the input coming into this field right here is not, it's just everything's trusted. So never trust the user's input. So what I have here is I have this, we have a script. So we're going to do script, new image. I'm actually doing a blank image. So we're just blank, nothing there. So and what we're doing is actually making the image source equal, but it's equaling to a URL call, so hence the word cross-site. And this URL here is the URL of this Kali links behind me here. We can check right there. So, and so what we're doing is we're telling it to go and send us the output of the document.cookie. So we will go ahead and take that. Now if we go ahead and say, all right, hello all, and if I paste that inside here, you notice it doesn't fit. And if we do this, which you see this a lot with most modern web browsers, less. So why doesn't this fit? And this could be a lot of reasons why. So maybe they only want the message to be 50 characters or a certain amount of characters. Maybe it's for security, but one of the worst things you can do is rely upon end user-facing functionality, end user functionality for security. In this case, maybe this thing 50 characters here will do it. If you look at the tools here, and we inspect this element, we can see that the max length is 50. So we can actually change this. Let's make it 500. And that's all we got to do. We'll close this. We'll go back and we paste. Now again, and that works. It fits. So the idea here is maybe they think 50 is not enough for a cross-site script. Maybe they're not even thinking. Of course, in this case, they're probably not even thinking about it. Maybe they just want to no more than 50 characters. But that control can be easily modified because that exists on the client side. So we'll sign the guest book, and now this page here has got this cross-site script. Now, how's this? Let's see this in action. So we'll go ahead and we'll just click on home here. And here we're going to open a netcat. We're going to do verbose listener on port 80. And since our cross-site script is saying over HTTP, that's port 80, and that's our IP address. So if everything goes good here, if someone else just visits this page, so actually, we can log out and log in again, and someone happens to go to the stored page, you can see right there I have the session ID captured. So of course, I can try to copy this, and then if I go to that same page, and using something as simple as like tamper data. So if we're going to go to this, let's go to this page right here. So we know the page is this, and then we'll start tamper data. And you can use Zap, I believe you can do it, definitely burp. Start tamper data on here, and we will hit OK. And what we should try to do is go in, since that person's still logged in, I'm going to try to grab their session ID. So again, if we look at here, that's been edited. We'll copy that again, just make sure we got it. Go back to Mozilla. Let's make a full Mozilla here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give it that session ID. Oops. And we're going to hit OK. And voila. So we did not log in. We went straight to this page without logging in. So we've actually used this user's session ID. Now, if they were to log out, that session still might persist. So even if they log out of here, and they'll say, let's just totally reset this browser. If they log out of here and they totally reset the browser, let's do a full 24-hour clean. it might still leave us in here. And this is going to depend upon the client-side security. So again, if we look at our OWASP, mishandled security, we'll say stop tamper. Okay, in this case, it logged us out. So now I do have the password. So, but there's could be some persistence for login, and also with this capture as many tokens as we can. Of course, we can actually analyze these session IDs for randomness. And of course, we can decode them and so on. So anyways, this is what a cross-site script does when it is embedded. Reflective is very similar, but it might actually leverage the trust of the site. Quit that Firefox there. And so let's say the site's trusted. Somewhere in maybe in line here, we put the cross-site script. So we'll do a reflective cross-site script separately than this demo. I just want to show you how that worked. And again, in case you're curious, this was the cross-site script itself. So a lot of times you see in labs, you do the script tag, open and close script tag. You can do the alert, like hello or XSS or just boom or whatever we're going to put. And of course, we get a pop-up window. And initially, people might think, well, what's the big deal if the site makes pop-up windows? And you got to make sure that if you talk to your developers, your web developers, and they're like, well, what's the big deal? It's a pop-up window. And you really need to explain that. No, that was my test to see if it worked. I could do something like this, and I can start stealing anyone who logs in, their session IDs. And what I would do is, of course, jump in, use your session ID, and it would go in and change password or add another account or whatever the access is. And some of these logins could be administrator level. So it's, this is a one-shot thing. This is sort of a demo one-shot, but if I collect these session IDs and I quickly go through and bounce them in and log in and find one that's admin, I'll add my own account as admin, possibly, and create my own backdoor. So this is a very quick demo, and this shows you an idea about how a stored cross-site script can be used to grab a cookie, and hence, like I used that cookie. And all I used, by the way, was tamper data to go ahead and start tampering data as we log in. So I'll stop tamper, but if I get another session ID, I bet you. Let's see. Oh, I closed the connection. But so as long as someone goes to that page, we will grab their cookie, and and there it is again. So now I get the next session ID. So anyways, we can sit and do this all day, but we're not going to do that. So we're about 8 minutes here. And I think that demonstrates the dangers of a stored cross-site script. Thank you for watching.